Hey Mom Setters, happy Monday. I am so excited to be here. It is day one of our Mom Setter Week of Wellness, and this entire week is going to be great. We're going to hop on each day. We're going to go live. Not really sure what time. We don't have a specific time. Right now my girls are just napping, so I figured this would be a good time for me to hop on and hopefully not have any interruptions. But our goal for this week is to hop on each day and talk about something else that has to do with our health and our overall well-being and our wellness. Because as we mentioned before, a lot of us moms, especially busy moms, have been neglecting our health and our self-care and just our overall well-being and our wellness. And it's super important that we focus and spend a lot of our time and energy on our health, right? So we're going to do a different topic each day, and we're hoping that you will have some sort of like a notebook and a pen and, be able to jot some stuff down, because we're going to give you some great content. We're going to give you some tips and some tricks of just different ways that you can work on your health and work on, improving your overall wellness and well-being. So I've got a bunch of notes that I'm going to be sharing, and I'm really looking forward to this. So what I want you guys to do is, if you can be as interactive in the chat as possible, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on the replay, we'd love for you to really share your thoughts and, be as interactive as possible. Also, if you are, if you're watching this live, you can type in that you're watching it live, or you can put #replay if you're watching the replay. All right, so today our first topic is going to be exercise. Now, some of you might be like, oh gosh, I hate exercising. I hate moving my body. And some of you might be like, I love it. That's my outlet. That's what I need to do to feel sane. That's just my thing, right? And I have always been such an active person. I have always been a gym rat. I was a gymnast my entire life, and then I got into fitness competitions, and I always was in the gym. That was my outlet. That was what made me feel great. Now, fast forward, a couple years, 2 kids later, it's hard for me to find time to get into the gym. It's hard for me sometimes to find that motivation. It's hard for me to really pull and get that energy to get to the gym. So it has been a struggle. Also, I've been struggling with some injuries as of late. So it's been a little bit difficult from that standpoint. But what I want to do is really dive into some of the benefits and how important exercise and being physically active is in our lives, and that we can't neglect it and we cannot ignore it anymore. So I'm going to give you 4 major benefits of exercise, and then we'll sprinkle in a little bit of stuff here and there. So the first major benefit of exercise, as a lot of us might know, is for weight management, right? So maybe you're trying to either lose weight, maybe you're trying to gain weight, gain muscle, or maybe you just want to maintain the healthy weight that you're currently at. Whatever that is, exercise is going to help you do that, okay? Now, I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just going to share some of the notes that I have found just through research and also just from my own experience, okay? So take that as you will. But as far as your weight management, exercise and also your nutrition are going to go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, okay? So you really want to focus on being physically active, but then also watching what you're putting in your mouth, when you're home and in the kitchen, okay? So everyone's fitness levels are different, as we know. It's going to take some people more physical activity than it's going to take other people, and that's just based on your fitness levels. Okay, so, somebody that is trying to lose weight, and say myself, like, we might have to do different things in order to maintain our weight, lose weight, or gain weight based on genetics, based on our percentage of body fat to lean muscle mass and all of those other things, okay? So just keep that in mind. But as long as you are involved with regular physical activity, you're going to be on your way and one step closer to being that ideal weight that you want to be. So according to the CDC, okay, the Center for Disease Control, they recommend 30 minutes per day, okay, 5 days a week of moderate intensity aerobic activity that will help you maintain your weight. So basically, you need to get your heart rate up, you need to elevate it and get it into your target heart rate zone for at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Okay? Now, for some of us, getting our heart rate up could be moderate intensity of walking, right? A quick pace. For others, it could be that we have to jog. For others, it could be the elliptical. It could be interval training. It could be HIIT, high intensity interval training. It could be Tabata style workouts, okay? Anything that's going to elevate your heart rate, get it into that training zone and keep it there for, 20 to 30 minutes, okay? And again, 5 days a week. This is going to help you maintain your weight. Now, also according to the CDC, if you want to lose weight and keep that weight off, you're going to need to adjust your diet, obviously, as we know that, okay? And your nutrition, and you're going to have to reduce the amount of calories that you're taking in, that you're eating and that you're drinking, and you have to balance that with the exercise, okay? And again, I'm not here to offer any diet or nutrition plans, but if you want to lose weight, that's something that you have to look into, is the amount of calories that you're taking in, the amount of sugar that you're eating, the amount of carbohydrates, and all of those things, okay, compared to the amount of exercise that you need or required to do and coordinate, right? It all kind of goes hand in hand. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if you're taking in a ton of calories, drinking and eating and then trying to exercise and burn it all off, well, it's probably going to be counterproductive. So you want to make sure that you are working on your nutrition and also exercising at the same time. And if you're trying to lose the weight, you're going to have to be taking in less calories and keeping up with your regular exercise, okay? Exercise is going to increase your metabolism, so that's going to help you burn more calories to lose weight. So obviously, if you are exercising and being physically active, it's going to help speed up that metabolism to burn those calories off and help you to maintain that weight or to lose weight. A big part, I would say, in making sure that you're eating healthy as far as nutrition, and we're going to dive into nutrition another day, but just thinking of being prepared, so preparing your meals for the week, okay, packaging them all up. This way it's going to save you from making poor decisions last minute if you're running behind. If you're in the car and you're starving and you didn't pack anything for lunch, you might stop at like McDonald's or, grab something at Dunkin' Donuts and just might not make choices that are going to serve you in that moment. So a huge part of that is just being prepared, having those meals prepped ahead of time so that you make those healthy choices instead of poor choices. And just being consistent with that, right? So that you can start to build the habit over and over again. And that's the same thing with exercising. Like once you start one day, and then start again the next day and the next day, you have to build up that consistency and make it a habit. And before you know it, you'll feel like you're missing out on something when you're not at the gym if you don't go one day. So you have to make it into that habit. Allow yourself some grace, okay? So if you one day you're working on your exercising, you're working on your eating and things like that, and you have a crappy day, right? Allow yourself some grace. We're not perfect. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna have off days. All right, just accept it and move on. Don't beat yourself up, okay? Just say, you know what, today wasn't a great day, but I'm gonna start over fresh tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna keep eating healthy, drinking my water, and I'm gonna get back on track. Okay, so give yourself some grace. The second benefit of exercise is that it's going to reduce your health risks to different types of diseases, okay? So the CDC says that heart disease and stroke are two of the leading causes of death in the US. Moderate intensity aerobic activity, okay, so basically elevating your heart rate into your target heart rate zone, can reduce the risk for this. It's also going to help you lower your blood pressure and improve your cholesterol levels. Type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome, you're going to be able to reduce the risk of this by regularly exercising. So if you're not sure what metabolic syndrome is, it's basically when there's too much fat around the waist, you've got high blood pressure, low high-density lipoproteins or HDL, cholesterol, and high triglycerides or high blood sugar, okay? Now, if you have type 2 diabetes already, Regular physical activity can help you control your blood glucose levels. Okay, so exercise is going to be key in helping you do that. And being physically active lowers your risk for developing commonly occurring cancers, such as bladder, breast, colon, endometrium, esophagus, kidney, lung, and stomach. And the CDC also says that if you're a cancer survivor, research shows that regular exercise and physical activity can help give you a better quality of life and improve your physical fitness. So right there, it's just telling you that regardless of your situation, regardless of your health condition, exercise can help, right? And it's also going to be huge in helping you prevent any of those health risks. Benefit number 3, it's going to strengthen your muscles and your bones. Now, as we get older, okay, and in particular being women, we tend to suffer from osteoporosis and other things like that. So we want to make sure that we're really working on strengthening our bones and muscles, and that is going to be through regular physical activity. It's going to be through, bone strengthening and just kind of weight-bearing exercises and activities, okay? So doing aerobic, muscle strengthening, and bone strengthening physical activity is going to slow the bone loss that comes with age, okay? And that's just a normal part of age. So as we get older, we're going to lose the bone density. Weight-bearing activities are going to produce a force on the bone, and when that happens, these activities will promote bone growth and bone strength. Regular activity helps with arthritis. Raise your hand or type a 1 in the chat if you have arthritis, because I've already got arthritis in plenty of areas in my body, right? And so it's going to help with that and other rheumatic conditions that affect the joints, okay? So sometimes you'll hear like, oh, sit back, take a rest, like relax, take it easy. But in a lot of cases, you want to be doing these weight-bearing activities so that it's going to help you build and strengthen those muscles and those bones and joints. Lifting weights is going to help you increase or maintain muscle mass and strength. And as we get older, that's super important. As we age, exercise improves our ability to do daily activities and to prevent falls, okay? When you are physically active, you have a lower risk of functional limitations than people who are inactive. So basically, being active is way better than being inactive, right? It's going to help you prevent preventing falling. It's going to help with your balance. It's going to help with your coordination. It's going to help with your strength and conditioning. It's going to help you be able to do daily tasks and activities longer into life, okay? It can also increase your chances of living longer. People who are physically active for 150 minutes a week have a 33% lower risk of all-cause mortality. Now, I know that there are some things that are out of our control. We understand that. But if there is something that we can do to help increase our chances of living longer, wouldn't you want to do it? I know I do. Number 4, benefit number 4, improve your mental health and mood. This is a big one, okay? This is a big one. It can help to decrease depression and symptoms of anxiety. Helps relieve stress. Exercise is going to increase endorphins, so that feel-good hormone, okay? When you exercise, you're going to release these, and it's going to help you to have a feeling of like euphoria, get these positive feelings in your mind and your brain, and just really, really feel good, right? They might have, some people that go running, they call it a runner's high, right? And it's going to help release these positive feelings. It's going to reduce symptoms of anxiety, okay? Can help distract people from certain fears that they may have, fears and worries. So when you get out there and you're exercising, you're elevating your heart rate, you're not necessarily thinking about some of those things that are stressing you and making you feel anxious and depressed. And then by releasing those endorphins, it's going to make you feel really good, okay? And just help relieve some of that stress and those feelings. It's also going to increase your energy levels. So a lot of the times I would work out at the gym and I would have to be careful not to go super late at night because I'd be all amped up by the time I got home and then I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I would have to go, you know, a little bit earlier in the day or maybe even like before dinner so that I actually had a time, like a chance to kind of come down from that increase in energy that I had so that I could sleep. And they also say too that when you do exercise, it actually does help you sleep. So I wouldn't say exercising right at night before you're going to go to bed, but if you are getting all that energy out and really working and being physically active, it is going to help you rest and repair and rebuild. Okay, so you will be able to get better sleep and better rest, helping with relaxation and actually the sleep quality. Okay, number 5. This is a big one. Help your brain, okay? It's going to help increase your brain function, your brain health, and your memory. Now, being a phys ed teacher, we always try to get the kids to be active. You know, we talk about being active and really getting their brain to fire. And we tell them that before they have like a big test, right? Or before they have to give a presentation or something like that, to get out there, get their heart rate up, go for a walk, go for a jog, do some jumping jacks, anything to kind of get their brain firing. And that's going to help with their memory. It's going to help with their focus, with their attention. And it's going to help them to retain information. Okay. So it's going to, by increasing your heart rate, it's going to promote blood flow and oxygen to the brain, which makes sense, right? It's going to stimulate the production of hormones that can enhance the growth of brain cells. Pretty crazy. Exercise has shown that the hippocampus, okay, which is the part of the brain vital for memory and for learning, actually will grow in size from exercise. Exercise has also been shown to reduce changes in the brain that can cause Alzheimer's disease and schizophrenia. It improves the blood flow to the brain, like we mentioned before, where it helps brain health and memory. And among older adults, it can help protect mental function. So what it's going to do is by providing that oxygen and that blood flow to the brain, it's going to help stimulate the production of the hormones, okay? And that actually helps those brain cells to grow. It's going to help you with the focus, with your memory, with just everything. It's so crazy. Exercise has so many amazing benefits. So many amazing benefits. So why aren't we all exercising on a regular basis? Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we saying, you know what? I know I'm tired. I know I've got a lot going on, but I am important and my health is important and I need to exercise. We just have to make time for it. It's about creating that balance, creating the balance for the things that are important and the things that matter. And we only have one body, right? We only have one body and we need to treat it well. We need to take care of it and we need to make sure that we're being good to it. So why don't we do it? Things come up. We let things get in the way. We use excuses basically, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We come up with excuses. Well, I'm sick and tired of coming up with excuses as to why I'm not moving my body, getting out there and taking care of my health. So if you're with me, type a hell yeah, I'm with you in the chat. We need to start taking care of our health and putting ourselves first. So how can we do this? How can we implement exercise into our routine? Share a few ideas if you can in the chat about how you implement exercise into your regular daily routine. For me, it's got to be something that I can do consistently every day without even thinking about it. Almost like changing your underwear, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth. It's just got to become a part of the day. So I'm going to do my best and I'm going to commit to you guys right here on this live that each day I am going to at least take 20 minutes out of my day to be physically active, whether that be walking, whether that be resistance band training, whether that is weight training, okay, anything to move my body, get my heart rate up, break a little bit of a sweat, You know, contract and engage my muscles. Even yoga, flexibility, stretching, something just to get the body moving. If you're ready to commit to taking your health seriously and start exercising each day, type a "I'm ready" in the chat. And again, start small, right? Don't all of a sudden go out and buy a gym membership if you've never been to the gym before and just expect that you're going to go every single day. Start small, okay? Maybe tomorrow it's just to wake up and do 5 push-ups in the morning. Good, at least you started, right? But start small and then just be consistent with it over time, and then you can build up to having this regular routine. But you've got to start somewhere. Don't just keep putting it off, because if you keep putting it off and say you'll start next week will never come. All right? I hope you were able to get some value out of this. I hope you learned something from the different benefits. I mean, being active and a physical educator, I did learn something from some of the benefits that I went over. So rewatch this if you need to, take some notes, and just get it ingrained in your brain that exercise is important, exercise feels good, and it's going to help with the rest of your life, okay? You've got this, Mom Setters. Stay tuned for day 2 tomorrow, where we're gonna cover another topic for you. So come ready with your notebooks, your pens, anything that you need to take some notes. And we look forward to seeing you. Have a great day. Get out and exercise. Bye.